Good afternoon, students. I welcome you all. Today, our topic of discussion is about chromosomal theory of inheritance. So, till now, we have studied about mitosis, meiosis, and the various stages of mitosis, meiosis, and we have also seen the laws of Mendel's. So, now it is an extension of Mendel's law. So, what Mendel said to the genes as factors. So he gave the term as factors. But according to this theory of chromosomal theory of inheritance, which was given by scientists Sutton and Boveri, so this theory was proposed by Walter Sutton and Boveri in the year 1902. So these two workers, they have found, so after several years of Mendel's work, which he had worked on garden pea, and he had given laws like laws of segregation and laws of independent assortment. So his work kept, his work was like very dormant for few years. And after certain years, that is around after 1900, the scientists, they tried to study again his work. And these two scientists, that is Sutton and Boveri, they found that the work which was done by Mendel was very close. Means what Mendel said, Mendelian work was very close similarity. It had a close similarity between the transmission of hereditary characters. So the transmission of hereditary characters from one generation to another, according to Mendel, was mainly due to the factors. He said factors means the genes, but according to the chromosomal theory, the gametes, mainly the male and the female gametes here, the role of gametes came. So when the two gametes from the two different partners, that is like the males and the females, comes together, and it gave rise to the organism. So according to these scientists, they said that the transmission of characters from one generation to another is mainly due to chromosomes and not due to the factors. So they found a very close similarity between their work and Mendelian work. So hereditary is actually what? The passing of genetic traits from parents to offspring. Mainly, gametes serves as a bridge between the two successive generations. We can say that the gametes are mainly responsible for transmission of characters of between two successive generations. Male and the female gametes, they play an equal role in contributing hereditary components of future generations. So one gamete from the male and one gamete from the female, there is a fusion that is called as the fertilization, which is mainly responsible for the recombination which comes in the progeny. Only the nucleus, only the nucleus of information is contained in the 1 minute. So here the male and the female gametes are mainly contributing characters for the hereditary transmission from one generation to another. Only the nucleus of information is contained in the nucleus. So whatever the genetic information which is being transferred from one generation to another is mainly present in the nucleus. Okay. And the chromatin, what is there inside the nucleus? It is the chromatin, which I told you in the last class. Chromatin is the combination of DNA plus protein, which is present inside the nucleus, and mainly it is associated with the division in the cell division. So whatever the cells divide during the cell division in the form of chromosomes. Many type of deletions and additions in the chromosomes, they can cause structural and functional changes in the living beings. So whatever the changes that occurs from the parents to the recombinants or to the progeny is mainly due to a lot of addition or deletion of the chromosomes takes place. The segments in the chromosomes mainly takes place in the living beings, that is mainly responsible for whatever the changes that comes in the offsprings. And determination of the sex. So if we want to determine the sex of an individual or of the plants or of animals, that is male or female, then it is mainly responsible, mainly it is associated with the specific chromosomes. Like for example, in humans we have 23 pairs of chromosomes, X type and Y type. So whatever what the sex determination, what type of sex determination takes place in the humans, it is XY system. X is mainly responsible for the female gamete, and XY is mainly responsible for the male gamete. So the sex determination mainly depends upon the association of the chromosomes. Now, what is the salient features of this chromosomal theory of inheritance, which was given by Sutton and Boveri? First one, there are certain points. Like first point is both the chromosomes as well as the genes, they occur in pairs in somatic or the diploid cells. So here is the male chromosome, here is the female chromosome. Each chromosome has two sister chromatids and a centromere, which is a secondary constriction type. Okay, so male has two gametes, female has two gametes. So one gamete from the male and one gamete from the female, they unite to form the zygote. Okay, not all the two gametes, not both the gametes are involved in recombination or in the crossing over. So mainly one gamete from the male and one gamete from the female. For example, capital A is male and small a is female. So the gamete formation in the offspring or in the F1 hybrid will be capital A, small a. Now, second is a gamete contains only one chromosome of a type and only one of the two alleles of the character. Male gamete and the female gamete, each gamete has two sister chromatids. The paired condition of both chromosomes as well as Mendelian factors is restored during fertilization. So this pairing takes place during fertilization and it is restored during the fertilization process. So here we can say, according to this theory of chromosomal theory of inheritance, we can say that the chromosomes are also transferred from one generation to the next generation, as in case of genes. So according to the Mendelian factors, according to Mendel, which he called as genes as factors, so he said that mainly the factors are responsible for transmission of characters from one generation to another. So according to this theory given by Sutton and Boveri, they said that chromosomes are also responsible for transmission, because inside the chromosome there is a hereditary material, that is chromatin, which is present inside the nucleus, and chromatin is a combination of DNA plus protein. So the number of chromosomes is fixed in each living species. So the number of chromosomes is always fixed in each of the species. Like chromosome of rice is suppose 42, is wheat, rice is 24, humans is 23. So the number of chromosomes is always fixed in all the living species, and they are found as homologous pairs. Always the chromosomes are present in the homologous pairs. That means two sister chromatids will be present. In the diploid cells, one chromosome from father and the other contributed from the mother constitutes a homologous pair. Okay, one from the male and one from the female constitutes to form the homologous pair. Before cell division, so as we have studied in cell division, each chromosome as a whole and the alleles of the genes, that each gene has two alleles, get replicated and are separated during mitotic division. So whatever the mitosis process takes place, they separate. Meiosis takes place during the gamete formation, and the meiosis process takes place during the gamete formation. Homologous pairs, they form synapses. Synapses takes place when there is a crossing over between the homologous chromosomes. During prophase 1 stage, which is in later course, gets separated and transferred to the daughter cells. Each gamete or a haploid cell has only one allele of each gamete. So if we are talking about diploid cell, then there will be two gametes. If we are talking about haploid cells, then it will have only single allele. The characteristic diploid number is again established by the union of the two haploid gametes. So when two haploid gametes unite, then it will form a diploid organism. Both chromosomes and the alleles, according to the Mendelian factors, behave in accordance to the Mendel's law of segregation. Okay, so the chromosome and the alleles, they behave in accordance to whatever been said by the Mendel in according to the law of segregation. Now, this is the sex determination in some of the species, like in humans, as we all know, the sex determination is of which system? XX and XY. So, if there will be XX, then it will be a female gamete, and XY will be the male gamete. Similarly, in case of hens and other animals, it is ZZ and ZW, and in case of insects, it is XX and XO type. So these are the different types of sex determination in different organisms. Okay, so those organisms which are involved in the determination of the sex is an individual, they are called as sex hormones. So mainly uh, one pair will be of sex hormones and other pairs will be normal in all the organisms, and other chromosomes are called as, other than the sex chromosomes, they are called as autosomes. And which are sex chromosomes? Allosomes. So here I will complete today's topic. Thank you.